two Buddhist monks, one of whom was elderly, while the other was young, were making their way back to their ashram one evening after collecting alms in the village. A river flowed down from the hill just before the ashram. As the evening descended, they noticed a young woman standing by the riverbank. She too wished to cross the river, but hesitated, uncertain of its depth. The elderly monk was walking ahead, and upon seeing the young woman, recognized her need for assistance in crossing the river. He felt a desire to offer his help, but the years of ascetic discipline had made his sudden surge of emotions startling. The mere thought of touching the young woman's hand sent electricity coursing through his veins. He had not come into contact with a woman for 30 years, and now, the very notion of physical contact sent shockwaves through his entire being. A strange fever overcame him, threatening to engulf his entire identity. He took a deep breath, battling his desires, and questioned himself. Is it right to risk my life and meditation for the sake of helping her cross the river? Should I squander 30 years of devoted meditation on this woman? With these thoughts, he closed his eyes, attempting to block out the enticing image of the young woman. Strangely, with closed eyes, she appeared even more captivating, as the awakened mind heightened the dormant desires. Closing one's eyes doesn't change the reality. The woman was the same, but to him, she now resembled an angel. It seemed that angels were born from closed eyes. In this world, women exist, but when we avert our gaze or close our eyes, they assume an angelic quality. As he closed his eyes, a dream unfurled in his mind, drawing him in. The woman's allure was undeniable. His conscience told him it was wrong to leave a woman in distress, but another part of his mind countered that he was deceiving himself. To the saints, women were merely a distraction. By the river's edge, the old monk's mind wrestled with conflicting desires, one urging him towards the young woman, and the other advising him to keep his distance. The woman, oblivious to the turmoil within the monk's mind, continued waiting for someone to help her cross the river. With his mind in turmoil, the old monk decided to cross the river alone, but realized he had left his companion behind. He considered cautioning the young monk against touching the woman. Turning back, he witnessed the young monk carrying the woman across the river. This sight ignited a fire in the old monk's mind. He contemplated reporting the young monk's impurity to their guru, feeling he had become corrupted and defiled. However, as the young monk set the woman down on the other side of the river and continued on their path, the old monk remained silent. Finally, as they approached the ashram's entrance, the old monk stopped on the stairs and warned the young monk, "Remember, I will inform the guru of your impurity. Why did you carry that woman on your shoulder?" The young monk was taken aback and responded, "I carried her across the river and set her down." It seems that you are still carrying her in your mind. Your thoughts have lingered on her. Friends, in our lives, we often carry the burdens of the past, unwittingly lugging around unresolved conflicts and emotions. We suppress these feelings, not realizing the harm they can cause. These suppressed wounds fester, causing us to project our inner turmoil onto the external world, turning it into a mirror reflecting our unresolved issues. This prolonged state of depression and inner conflict corrodes our very essence, poisoning the sources of our vitality and distorting the threads of our lives. To avoid this, we must release our suppressed thoughts and feelings and live in the present moment. Embrace who you are, without the need to hide or suppress your true self. You are enough, just as you are, and by living authentically, you can find happiness and peace.